Hopefully this time I'm able to be heard. Hi again. Okay, I was like, someone come on so I can see if it. Can you hear me? Make sure that it's working. Yay. Okay. Okay. Ah. Yeah, I got a call like as soon as I started last time. I got a call, and I thought it was going to throw me completely off, but then y'all were like, "Hi, hi, hi." And I was like, "Oh, it's good. It's working." And I was saying, "Give me a second to pull my notes up for today." And I was announcing what we're reading, and I'm just going on about my merry little way, and y'all couldn't even hear me. Okay, so today we are reading Numbers. Oh gosh, I had it pulled up. 24 to 28. 24 to 28. And I was saying that yesterday I found some more nuggets that I didn't get to go over. So I'm going to put it in the description notes for yesterday for you guys to go back and review on your own. And then today, if I find any nuggets after looking over everything, I'll put it in the description notes for you guys to review tomorrow morning. Because, of course, you guys know after the recordings are done, they don't show up until the next morning. So, anyways, we'll go ahead and get started. We're doing Numbers chapter 24 through 28, and we're reading from the King James Version, the New King James Version. That's my favorite version, but of course, you guys may have your favorite. All right, chapter 24, and we stopped on a cliffhanger yesterday, so I'm excited about today's chapter. Now, when Balaam saw that it pleased the Lord to bless Israel, he did not go, as at other times, to seek to use sorcery, but he set his face toward the wilderness. And Balaam raised his eyes and saw Israel encamped according to their tribes, and the Spirit of God came upon them. Then he took up his oracle and said, "The utterance of Balaam the son of Beor, the utterance of the man whose eyes are opened, the utterance of him who hears the words of God, who sees the vision of the Almighty, who falls down with eyes wide open. How lovely are your tents, O Jacob, your dwellings, O Israel, like valleys that stretch out, like gardens by the riverside, like aloes planted by the Lord, like cedars beside the waters. He shall pour water from his buckets, and his seed shall be in many waters." I love that. "His king shall be higher than Agag, and his kingdom shall be exalted. God brings him out of Egypt. He has strength like a wild ox. He shall consume the nations, his enemies. He shall break their bones and pierce them with his arrows. He bows down, he lies down as a lion, and as a lion who shall rouse him. Blessed is he who blesses you, and cursed is he who curses you." Then Balak's anger aroused against Balaam, and he struck his hands together. And Balak said to Balaam, "I called you to curse my enemies, and look, you have bountifully blessed them these 3 times." Remember, even with the spirit of prophecy, we've got Father, Son, Holy Spirit. It always comes in threes. There's always some type of confirmation. So 3 times, right? "Now therefore flee to your place," I said. I would greatly honor you, but in fact the Lord has kept you back from honor." So Balaam said to Balak, "Did I not also speak to your messengers whom you sent me, saying, if Balak were to give me his house full of silver and gold, I could not go beyond the word of the Lord to do good or bad of my own will. What the Lord says I must speak. And now, indeed, I am going to my people. Come, I will advise you that this people will do, what this people will do to your people in the latter days. So he took up his oracle and said, the utterance of Balaam the son of Peor, and the utterance of the man whose eyes are open, the utterance of him who hears the words of God, and has knowledge of the Most High, who sees the vision of the Almighty, who falls down with eyes wide open. I see him, but now I behold him, but not near. A star shall come out of Jacob, a scepter shall rise out of Israel, and batter the brow of Moab, and destroy all the sons of tumult. And Edom shall be a possession, Seir also his enemies shall be a possession, while Israel does valiantly. Out of Jacob one shall have dominion, and destroy the remains of the city. And he looked on Amalek, and he took up his oracle and said, Amalek was the first among the nations, but shall be the last until he perishes. Then he looked on the Canaanites, and took up his oracle and said, firm is your dwelling place, and your nest is set in the rock. Nevertheless, Cain shall be burned. How long until Asher carries you away captive? Then he took up his oracle and said, alas, who shall live when God does this? But ships shall come from the coast of Cyprus, and they shall afflict Asher, and afflict Eber, and so shall Amalek until he perishes. So Balaam rose and departed and returned to his place, and Balak also went his way. Chapter 25. Now Israel remained in the acacia grove, and the people began to commit harlotry with the women of Moab. They invited the people to the sacrifices of their gods, and the people ate and bowed down to their gods. So Israel was joined to Baal of Peor, and the anger of the Lord was aroused against Israel. Then the Lord said to Moses, take all the leaders of the people and hang the offenders before the Lord out in the sun, that the fierce anger of the Lord may turn away from Israel. So Moses said to the judges of Israel, every one of you kill his men who were joined to Baal of Peor. And indeed, one of the children of Israel came and presented to his brethren a Midianite woman in the sight of Moses, and in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel, who were weeping at the door of the tabernacle of meeting. Now when Phinehas the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, saw it, he rose from among the congregation, and took a javelin in his hand, and he went after the man of Israel into the tent, and thrust both of them through the man of Israel, and the woman through her body. So the plague was stopped among the children of Israel. And those who died in the plague were 24,000. That's powerful. Now take note how Phinehas was at this time, and then watch as we continue how his heart changes and turns away from the Lord. Verse 10, then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, Phinehas the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, has turned back my wrath from the children of Israel, because he was zealous with my zeal among them, so that I did not consume the children of Israel in my zeal. Therefore say, behold, I give to him my covenant of peace, and it shall be to him and his descendants after him a covenant of an everlasting priesthood, because he was zealous for his God, and made atonement for the children of Israel. Now the name of the Israelite who was killed with the Midianite woman, was Zimri, the son of Salu, a leader of a father's house among the Simeonites. And the name of the Midianite woman who was killed was Cosbi, the daughter of Zur. He was head of the people of the father's house in Midian. Verse 16, then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, harass the Midianites and attack them, for they harassed you with their schemes, by which they seduced you, in the matter of Peor, and in the matter of Cosbi, the daughter of the leader of Midian, their sister, who was killed in the day of the plague because of Peor. Chapter 26. The second census of Israel. Remember, a lot of people have died off, so of course, they have to take this census. And it came to pass after the plague that the Lord spoke to Moses and Eleazar the son of Aaron the priest, saying, Take a census of all the congregation of the children of Israel from 20 years old and above by their fathers' houses, all who were able to go to war in Israel. So Moses and Eleazar the priest spoke with them in the plains of Moab by the Jordan across from the Jericho, saying, Take a census of the people from 20 years old and above, just as the Lord commanded Moses and the children of Israel who came out of the land of Egypt. Reuben was the firstborn of Israel. The children of Reuben were Hanok, the family of the Hanakites, and Palu, the family of the Paluites, of Hezron, the family of the Hezronites, of Carmi, the family of the Carmites. These are the families of the Reubenites. Those who are numbered of them were 43,730. The sons of Palu was Eliab. The sons of Eliab were Nemuel, Dathan, Abiram. These are the Dathan and Abiram, representatives of the congregation, who contended against Moses and Aaron in the company of Korah when they contended against the Lord, which we know that's whenever the ground swallowed them up. And the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them up. Oh, okay. Together with Korah when that company died, when the fire devoured 250 men, and they became a sign. Nevertheless, the children of Korah did not die. The sons of Simeon, according to their families, were Nemuel, the family of the Nemuelites, of Jamin, the family of the Jaminites, of Jachin, the family of the Jachinites, of Zerah, the family of the Zarites, of Shaul, the family of the Shaulites. These are the families of the Simeonites, 22,200. So far we've got the Reuben, which was 43,730. They lost 2,770. And then we've got Simeon, which is 22,200, and they lost 37,100. And now we're going into Gad. Gad, it's showing 40,500, but they lost 5,150. Then the sons of Gad, according to their families, were Zephon, the family of the Zephonites, of Haggai, the family of the Haggites, and Shuni, the family of the Shunites, of Ozni, the family of the Oznites, of Eri, the family of the Erites, of Arod, the family of the Aradites, and Arieli, the family of the Arielites. These are the families of the sons of Gad, according to those who are numbered of them, 40,500. The sons of Judah were and Onan, and and Onan died in the land of Canaan. And the sons of Judah, according to their families, were Shelah, the family of the Shelanites, of Perez, the family of the Perizzites, and Zerah, the family of the Zarites. And the sons of Perez were Hezron, the family of the Heronites, and Hamuel, the family of the Hamulites. These are the families of Judah, according to those who were numbered, 76,500. So out of Judah, they gained 1,900. Issachar. The sons of Issachar, according to their families, were of Tola, the family of Toalites, of Pua, the family of the Punites, of Jashub, the family of the Jashubites, of Shimron, the family of the Shimronites. These are the families of Issachar, according to those who were numbered of them, 64,300. So Issachar started out at 64,000, they came up to 64,300, and they gained 9,900. Zebulun. Notice how some tribes lost and some gained. The sons of Zebulun, according to their families of Sered, were the Sardites, of Elon, the family of the Elonites, Jaelel, the family of the Jaelelites. These are the families of the Zebulunites, according to those who were numbered of them, 60,500. So Zebulun also had a gain of 3,100. Then we've got Manasseh. The sons of Joseph, according to their families, by Manasseh and Ephraim were the sons of Manasseh of Machir, the family of the Machirites, and Machir begot Gilead of Gilead, the family of the Gileadites. These are the sons of Gilead, of Jezer, the family of the Jezrites, of Helek, the family of the Helekites. So Manasseh gained 20,500. So Manasseh grew like super huge. Ephraim. Oh wait, I didn't finish that. But anyways, that's the gain. But I'm going to finish it, and then we'll go on to Ephraim. Of Ariel, the family of the Azraelites. Of Shechem, the family of the Shechemites. Of Shemida, the family of the Shemidites. Hefer, the family of the Heferites. Zelophehad, the son of Hefer, had no sons but daughters. The names of the daughters of Zelophehad were Mahlah, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tisra. These are the families of Manasseh, and those were the ones numbered of them of 52,700. Keep an eye on the daughters of Zelophehad. They ended up getting an inheritance. They're important. Okay, so Ephraim. These are the sons of Ephraim, according to their families, of Shuthelah, the family of the Shuthalites, of Becher, the family of the Backer, okay. The family of the Bachrites, of Tahan, the family of the Tahanites, and these are the sons of Sheluthelah, I hope I said that, Shuthelah, of Iran, the family of the Aaronites. These are the families of the sons of Ephraim, according to those who were numbered of them, 32,500. These are the sons of Joseph, according to their families. So out of Ephraim, they had a loss of 8,000, and they're down to 32,500. Then Benjamin. The sons of Benjamin, according to their families, were of Bela, the family of the Belites, Ashbel, the family of the Ashbelites, Ahiram, the family of the Ahiramites, of Shuphan, the family of the Shuphanites, of Hupham, the family of the Huphanites, and the sons of Bela were Ard and Naaman, of Ard, the family of the Ardites, of Naaman, the family of the Naamites. These are the sons of Benjamin according to their families, and those who were numbered of them were 45,600. So for Benjamin, they had a gain of 10,100. All right, Dan. These are the sons of Dan according to their families, of Shuhan, the family of the Shuamites. These are the families of Dan according to their families. All families of the Shuamites, according to those who were numbered of them, were 64,400. So they had a gain of 1,700. Asher. The sons of Asher, according to their families, were Jimnah, the family of the Jimnites, of Jesui, the family of the Jesuites, of Beriah, the family of the Berites, of the sons of Beriah, of Heber, the family of the Hebronites, Malkiel, the family of the Malkielites, and the name of the daughter of Asher was Sarah. These are the families of the sons of Asher according to those who are numbered of them, 53,400. So out of Asher they had a gain of 11,900. And then it continues. The sons of Naphtali according to their families were Jahaziel, the family of the Jahazielites, of Guni, the family of the Gunites, of Jezer, the family of the Jezerites, of Shillim, the family of the Shillamites. These are the families of Naphtali according to their families, and those who are numbered of them, 45,400, which that's all still a part of Asher. So the grand total is 601,730, and the loss was of 1,820 from Numbers 144 through 46. Unknown numbers died in the 11 plagues and the 5 wars in 40 years, but they just didn't keep up like reference keeping for that. And it shows the scriptures that go with that is Exodus 17:8, and then the reference is Exodus 32:33. Verse 51, these are those who are numbered of the children of Israel, 601,730. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, to these the land shall be divided as an inheritance according to the number of names. To a large tribe you shall have a large inheritance. To a small tribe you shall give a small inheritance. Each shall be given its inheritance according to those who are numbered of them. But the land shall be divided by lot. They shall inherit according to the names of the tribes of their fathers. According to the lot of their inheritance, they shall be divided between the larger and the smaller. And these are those who were numbered of the Levites according to their families. Of Gershon, the Gershonites. Of Kohath, the Kohathites. Of Merari, the family of the Merarites. These are the families of the Levites, the family of the Libanites, the family of the Hebronites, the family of the Malites, the family of the Mushites, and the family of the Korathites. And Kohath begot Amram. The name of Amram's wife was Jochebed, the daughter of Levi, who was born to Levi in Egypt. And Amram, she bore Aaron and Moses and their sister Miriam. To Aaron were born Nadab and Abihu, Eleazar and Ithamar. And Nahab and Abihu died when they offered profane fire to the Lord. So they keep saying what happened to them. That's interesting too. That's like the third or fourth time that's been brought back up again. Now those who were numbered of them were 23,000, every male from a month old and above, for they were not numbered according to their children of Israel, because there was no inheritance given to them among the children of Israel. These are those who are numbered by Moses, Eleazar the priest, who numbered the children of Israel in the plains of Moab by the Jordan across from Jericho. But among these was not a man of those who were numbered by Moses and Aaron the priest, when they numbered the children of Israel in the wilderness of Sinai. For the Lord had said of them, they shall surely die in the wilderness. So there was not left a man of them except Caleb the son of Jephunneh and Joshua the son of Nun. So basically it's saying that there's a whole new generation except for Joshua and Caleb. Chapter 27. Then came the daughters of Zelophehad, the son of Hepher, the son of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, from the families of Manasseh, the son of Joseph. And these were the names of the daughters: Mahlah, Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tisra. And they stood before Moses, before Eleazar the priest, and before the leaders and all the congregation by the doorway of the tabernacle of meeting, saying, Our father died in the wilderness, but he was not in the company of those who gathered together against the Lord, in company with Korah, but he died in his own sin, and he had no sons. Why should the name of our father be removed from among the family, because he had no son? Give us a possession among our father's brothers. So Moses brought their case before the Lord, and the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, The daughters of Zelophehad speak what is right. You shall surely give them a possession of inheritance among their father's brothers, and cause the inheritance of their father to pass to them. And you shall speak to the children of Israel, saying, If a man dies and has no son, you shall cause his inheritance to pass to his daughter. If he has no daughter, then you shall give his inheritance to his brothers. If he has no brothers, then you shall give his inheritance to his father's brothers. And if his father has no brothers, then you shall surely give his inheritance to the closest relative to him and his family, and he shall possess it. And it shall be to the children of Israel a statute of judgment, just as the Lord commanded Moses. So that's new inheritance laws. Verse 12. Now the Lord said to Moses, Go up into this mount Abarim, and see the land which I have given to the children of Israel. Now last time we read this, guys, I was just a wreck. I think I cried out like live on the thing. Like, this is a powerful, powerful thing. Verse 13, and when you have seen it, you will also be gathered to your people as Aaron your brother was gathered. For in the wilderness of Zin, during the strife of the congregation, you rebelled against my command to hallow me at the waters before their eyes. These are the waters of Meribah at Kadesh in the wilderness of Zin. Then Moses spoke to the Lord, saying, Let the Lord, the God of spirits of all flesh, set a man over the congregation, who may go out before him and go in before him, who may lead them out and bring them in, that the congregation of the Lord may not be like sheep which have no shepherd. And the Lord said to Moses, take Joshua the son of Nun with you, a man in whom is the Spirit, and lay your hand on him. Set him before Eleazar the priest and before all of the congregation, and inaugurate him in their sight. And you shall give some of your authority to him, that all the congregation of the children of Israel may be obedient. He shall stand before Eleazar the priest, who shall inquire before the Lord for him by the judgment of the Urim and the Urim. At his word they shall go out, and at his word they shall come in, he and all the children of Israel with him, all the congregation. So Moses did as the Lord commanded him. He took Joshua and set him before Eleazar the priest and before all of the congregation. And he laid his hands on him and inaugurated him, just as the Lord had commanded by the hand of Moses. Chapter 28. Now the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, command the children of Israel and say to them, my offering, my food for my offerings, made by fire as a sweet aroma to me, you shall be careful to offer to me at their appointed time. And you shall say to them, this is the offering made by the fire which you shall offer to the Lord. 2 male lambs in their first year without blemish, day by day, as a regular burnt offering. 1 lamb you shall offer in the morning, the other lamb in the evening. And 1/10 of an ephah of fine flour as a grain offering, mixed with 1/4 of a hin of pressed oil. It is a regular burnt offering which was ordained at Mount Sinai for a sweet aroma, an offering made by fire to the Lord. And its drink offering shall be 1/4 of a hin for each lamb in a holy place. You shall pour out the drink to the Lord as an offering. The other lamb you shall offer in the evening, as in the morning, in the evening as the morning grain offering, and its drink offering. You shall offer it as an offering made by fire, a sweet aroma to the Lord. And on the Sabbath day, 2 lambs in their first year without blemish, and 2/10 of an ephah of fine flour as a grain offering mixed with oil, and its drink offering. This is the burnt offering for every Sabbath, besides the regular burnt offering with its drink offering. At the beginnings of your months you shall present a burnt offering to the Lord, 2 young bulls, 1 ram, 7 lambs in their first year without blemish, 3/10 of an ephah of fine flour as a grain offering mixed with oil. For each bull, 2/10 of an ephah of fine flour as a grain offering mixed with oil for the 1 ram, and 1/10 of ephah of fine flour mixed with oil as a grain offering for each lamb, as a burnt offering of a sweet aroma, an offering made by fire to the Lord. Their drink offering shall be 1/2 a hin of wine for a bull, 1/3 of a hin for a ram, and 1/4 of a hin for a lamb. This is the burnt offering for each month throughout the months of the year. Also 1 kid of the goats as a sin offering to the Lord shall be offered, besides the regular burnt offering and its drink offering. On the 14th day of the first month, the Passover of the Lord. And on the 15th day of this month is the feast of unleavened bread, which shall be eaten for 7 days. On the first day you shall have a holy convocation. You shall do no customary work, and you shall present an offering made by fire as a burnt offering to the Lord, 2 young bulls, 1 ram, and 7 lambs in their first year. Be sure that they are without blemish. Their grain offering shall be of fine flour mixed with oil, 3/10 of an ephah you shall offer for a bull, and 2/10 for a ram. You shall offer 1/10 of an ephah for each of the 7 lambs, also 1 goat as a sin offering, and make atonement for you. You shall offer these besides the burnt offering in the morning, which is for regular burnt offering. In this manner you shall offer the food of the offering made by fire daily for 7 days as a sweet aroma to the Lord. It shall be offered besides the regular burnt offering and its drink offering. And on the 7th day you shall have a holy convocation, and you shall do no customary work. Also, on the day of the first fruits, when you bring a new grain offering to the Lord at your feast of weeks, you shall have a holy convocation. You shall do no customary work. You shall present a burnt offering as a sweet aroma to the Lord. 2 young bulls, 1 ram, 7 lambs in their first year, with their grain offering of fine flour mixed with oil, 3/10 of an ephah for each bull, 2/10 for the 1 ram, and 1/10 for each of the 7 lambs. Also 1 kid of the goats to make atonement for you. Be sure that they are without blemish. You shall present them with their drink offerings besides the regular burnt offering with its grain offering. So right there is just basically, he's just summarizing the Sabbath offerings, the weekly sacrifices, the monthly offerings and the monthly sacrifices, the year sacrifices, which is the Passover, the Feast of Pentecost, which is the Feast of Weeks. And then tomorrow we'll go into the Feast of Trumpets, the Feast of Tabernacles, and then so on and so forth. But he's going to be giving lots of instructions now because Moses is getting ready to delegate his authority over, to the next generation. So, okay, let me pull up today's review. So Numbers chapter 24 is a prophetic vision of Israel's future. Balaam was overtaken by the Spirit. He prophesies Israel's future triumphs and a coming ruler who will rise out of Jacob. Balak's anger cannot stop the prophetic word. Balaam's 4th oracle is also messianic, pointing towards Christ as the star from Jacob, the ultimate king, and God uses even flawed vessels to reveal his sovereign plan. The leadership lesson of that chapter is that God's promises transcend present obstacles, and leaders must see beyond the moment into God's unfolding destiny. Numbers 25 was the seduction at Peor and the zeal of Phinehas. Israel falls into immorality and idolatry with Moabite women. God sends a plague, but Phinehas stopped it by acting zealously for God's holiness. His action restored order and stopped the judgment of God. This chapter reveals spiritual seduction as a weapon against the covenant for God's people. Satan cannot curse through Balaam, so he used compromise. Holiness is our shield. The leadership lesson of that chapter is leaders guard their people from subtle compromise. Zeal for holiness protects the entire community from spiritual collapse. Numbers 26, the new census, a generation ready to inherit. A second census counts a new generation, the children of the rebels who died in the wilderness. Only Joshua and Caleb remain from the original adults, and God prepares this generation to receive the land. This census marks spiritual transition, one generation who died in unbelief and another who is rising in faith. God always preserves a remnant of his people who believe. The leadership lesson is that leadership embraces fresh starts. Old unbelief cannot inherit new promises. Then Numbers 27, the daughters of Zelophehad, Moses' transition, and Joshua's commission. The daughters of Zelophehad seek inheritance rights, and God honors their request. He shows his justice and his compassion right there. God then tells Moses that he will soon die, and he appoints Joshua as Israel's new leader. Moses lays hands on him in front of the congregation. This chapter highlights divine order, inheritance rights, and the transference of spiritual authority. Joshua's commissioning shows leadership as both calling and impartation. The leadership lesson of this chapter is leaders prepare successors, not replacements. Legacy requires impartation, humility, and obedience. And then Numbers 28, the offerings establish daily, weekly, and seasonal worship. God reviews offerings required for daily sacrifice, Sabbath, new moon, Passover, Pentecost, and tabernacles, and this reinforces ongoing fellowship with God.